So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Now here's Adriano, quite an enigma.
That probably best describes him. A fabulous natural talent that can be erratic.
And this is Adriano. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. Musiala. Now, can they get him away? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And this is Van Nistelrooy, and he's got the beating of his man. Musiala. And that should get the job done. Quality ball. Howson. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Yamal. Over to the right flank. Yamal.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
And it's Kimmich. And here's Neymar. Big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. It's a lovely, neat pass. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Yamal. Yamal's cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Looking to play him in. Rummenigge picks it up out wide. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Cafu. And that is a little undercooked. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. And he's there to retrieve it. Tries from a long way out.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Oh, super ball. Can he finish? Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels. It's a mad, mad world. Players like him doing things like that, it's inexplicable. But it happens, and we've seen it.
So one moment, and we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid, and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, every now and again we get a bit lucky, Peter, don't we? And this is an absolute treat. A tremendous spectacle for the neutrals, but a bit of a nightmare for the fans and two managers.
Manchester United have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 18, Van Nistelrooy.
Down to business again.
Coming on the field is
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
He's cut it out, and he's gone looking for safety. Probing pass. Oh, good take and a Rummenigge! And he's managed to get rid. Musiala, and he's intervened well there. Manchester United are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Could be danger here. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a shot! And no mistake. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. So that goal then?
Yeah, I think it was going to take something very special if the keeper were to get down and claw that out, Peter. It's a quality goal.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Some resolute defending there. David Villa pinches it off him. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, good spread. Knocks it into space. Yamal. David Villa!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Ambitious ball here. Crosses it in. Cafu can clear it away. Musiala. 75 minutes played. Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Villa. And the finish!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That has not gone well. Deftly away. Manchester United can consider themselves just about safe now. And here's Yamal. Now it's Villa. Just 5 minutes left. Yamal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Musiala. Tries to play it. Tries a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were...
Decent chance! That's another chance! And that's in! And they are right back within touch! And the referee brings it to a close. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. Well, here's a man who stunned everyone in that famous summer of 2002. He had a hand in his country's most famous goal, their most famous win, and he helped to introduce the footballing planet to Senegal.
Yeah, he did indeed, Peter. El Hadj Diouf, the undoubted driving force behind that fast, powerful, direct style of football that once shocked the world. Bernardo Silva.
And Shevchenko! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Bangladesh finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he's quick to get rid. That's an imaginative pass. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. De Bruyne. And it's Neymar. Now it's Shevchenko. Edmilson. This is a promising build-up. That ball looks a good one. Joe! Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Crosses it in. Cleared away. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. He's a sharp little ball here. Aldair gets it away. Messi. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. It's not an especially good pass, that. No way through. It's Neymar! Now, who's going to be first to this? Yamal. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And it's Shevchenko. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Odegaard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Well, he is slightly under... And the referee has blown for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Not to look back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Manchester United can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So right back into the action. Manchester United currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Akanji, always a very imposing presence at the back. And here's Yamal. That has not gone well. And here's Shevchenko. Bangladesh can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And the shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. Ødegaard. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, shooting chance! And no mistake. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Yamal. Ødegaard tries to pass it through. Rijkaard for Messi. And here's Shevchenko. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. De Bruyne. Costa Curta. Neymar. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Cafu. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Knocks it into space. And this is Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva! And that's in! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Just one in it now.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
That's really well manoeuvred. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bernardo Silva has the space to scheme. He's cut it out. That's going to go a long way. And it's Messi. Now this could be a chance. Into the last 5 minutes.
Bangladesh really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Very much into the last knockings.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Milan have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and
Van Nistelrooy! And he couldn't finish.
Van Nistelrooy deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Now it's Yamal. Nicely weighted ball. That's a shade optimistic. Van Nistelrooy. And he's picked out the run. Kimmich playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Yamal, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
What about this cross? Hazard! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Hazard clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Neymar. Cafu. He's got away. Driving forward. Now Ronaldinho.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up.
He's having a pop! And he has kept it out somehow.
Kimmich clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Couch proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Couch. There's a no-nonsense tackle. That's going to go a long way. And it's Totti. And this is Couch. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Children's announcement.
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around. And I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Manchester United are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Van Nistelrooy, Totti, and that is expertly dealt with. And that was very necessary. Totti going face to face with his great rival. That's good running with the ball. And the finish! Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
That'll be a throw. Oh, well played, well played. Ronaldinho conjures time and space where few can. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Searching pass he's played there, and it's Musiala. Now it's Neymar. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Oh, Neymar! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what a mistake! It's run loose here. Silvestre trying to keep this in. Shevchenko finds himself offside. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
That's the throw. That's destined for the flank.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Substitution for Milan, number 20, Dirk Kuyt. Coming on to replace him is number 22, Matthäus. Substitution.
Milan do have a chance to counter here. Matthäus in acres of space out wide. Can he finish? And it's come back out to him. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Terrific effort! And he's there to belt it away. Totti. Rijkaard. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Desperate defending required here. They've played it short. And he welcomes it in. Azar.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
And that is that. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Barcelona against Manchester United.
The colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as Ribery! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Kukçu. And he cuts out the supply. And that was very necessary. And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's being urged to shoot. Ribery with the clearance. Well, they've got it again. Yamal. Costa Curta. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Kukçu. Goes down, but nothing given. And here's Mbappe. Azar conjures time and space where few can.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. Caught offside that time. It's a pretty loose pass. Just eases him off the ball, and it's De Bruyne. Cannavaro goes sliding in. Van Nistelrooy. Rodri with the foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Cafu. Cafu made a surge from fullback. Just about within shooting range. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not? Barcelona really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Aimed beyond the defence.
That's a shame because it was such a good decision.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Khan getting this one clear. Van Nistelrooy. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack, and it's Ribery. Now it's Mbappe. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Just a quick request today for everybody
How
to
would you
please
review the
kindly
first half?
remove any cars
Well, at least the
parked on road
defence
outside
can
the
look
stadium.
back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So off we go again.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Rodri. Kukçu is always looking to break lines. Alexander-Arnold. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Kukçu. Good read, needed to be. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Rodri tries to play it through. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter.
And the finish! And that's a good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Kukçu. Where it came from. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, he's put a shade too much on that. And he's managed to get free. That looks a good cross. Cleared without hesitation. And it's hoisted clear. There's the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Looking for options for movement.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a throw. Costa Curta pings in across. De Ligt tries to clear. Oh, he's been caught now. Can he finish? And he hits the net. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 21, Mbappe.
So changes afoot here,
Number
and from
19,
both sides.
Jamal.
Just one
Number
in it now.
17,
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Coming on the field, number
This
23,
usually is the time teams go into
Shevchenko.
conservation mode.
Number 11, Messi. Number 22, Gerrard.
Messi
Number
going like a
4,
man possessed at the moment.
Substitution.
Foot in.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Crosses it in. Impressive jump.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And the shot! And that's a sharp finish. Surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Gerrard demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Manchester United present their opponents with the best possible chance here. This further to improve their cause. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
It's in, but only just. The keeper guessed correctly.
So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Manchester United.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Cleared without hesitation. Nicely spread. Now it's Yamal. Kukçu. Cafu. Van Nistelrooy.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's put paid to the danger. And it's Messi. Kukçu. That's a sharp pass. Spread it left. He's found the way through. So much time and space. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for...
Drogba! They've got to be quick to recover this. Szoboszlai, and that is headed for the middle. Van Nistelrooy. Played out to the left flank. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And here's Drogba. Neymar, he is through here. Throw in. And it's Kukçu. He's going for goal! No, just not quite.
Well, he doesn't half hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
Can he get on the end of this? Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. He's got away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Manchester United just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And he's there to get it away. But they've got it again. And here's Kokchu. And this is Drogba.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Spread out to the left. Threads one in. That looks a good ball through. Oh, well played. Neymar. Manchester United just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Neymar. No, that's been intercepted. And this is Drogba. Beckenbauer does really well to win the ball there. Adams gets over and intercepts. Neymar. He shifted it to the flank. Chance for a shot! And that's a good finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 18.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 8.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Number 5.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams.
Oh, good effort!
Number 20. David Villa. Number 4. Matthias de Ligt.
Good read, needed to be.
Eldaim. Substitution.
Manchester United are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And the shot! Deftly away. And it's Ribery. And here's Kokchu.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Marquinhos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Neymar. Towering header! Goal! Manchester United! And they get themselves in front! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Substitution in progress.
Manchester United have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
And the counter is on. Foot in. David Villa. And he's worked it through.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Neymar! But he's left disappointed. Well, they can break here. That looks a cracking ball. He's on it. Can he get away? And there goes the final whistle. Manchester United proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it.
Volunteers for each block.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise
Manchester
and energy.
United
This certainly
against
matters.
Barcelona.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. There is so much to admire about this guy, Jamal Musiala, described by his peers as being supremely confident on the ball. He's got a great eye and a real sense, Jim, a real sense of space.
Yeah, and definitely one of the players of the 2022-23 campaign.
Even his numbers say so. 12 goals from 33, pretty impressive for a player in his position. And of course, the last of those goals made him a part of Bavarian folk.
A really late leveller on the last day, which won his team the league on goal difference, no less.
Decent chance! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. That has not gone well. Tacho kept his eye on it, and he's there. Yamal. Nunez receives it in a good position here. Nunez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Can he get on the end of this? Manchester United so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Nunez. Tacho does well to get it back. Nunez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, no joy this time. Adams. Barcelona are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
15 minutes till half-time. Can he get it through? Engages and forces him off the ball. Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Now there's a fine ball. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And he's there to get it away. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Oh, super ball! And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now it's Yamal. Neymar. That's really well manoeuvred. And that signals the end of the first period. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Manchester United really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Looking to play him in. Neymar. Doesn't quite get there. Musiala. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Messi. Barcelona have reclaimed it. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defences, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Gerrard. And it's Van Nistelrooy.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. That's good defensive concentration.
Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, cracking effort.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 42.
The two coaches are
Musiala.
signalling changes here,
Number
both at the same
18,
time.
Van Nistelrooy. Coming on the
Manchester
field,
United still
number
have the cards to
22,
affect this game.
Ribery. Number
It was
20,
indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Substitution in progress.
Adams. What a throw in. Looking for options for movement. Chance for a shot! And that's a good finish. And that could well be the winner.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
David Villa.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Good read, needed to be.
Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And he was alert to it.
Has been indicated.
And he can thump it away. Over to the right flank. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. That's the keeper's ball. And that's that. Manchester United have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against River Plate.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Mike on Jim, one of the world's finest fullbacks.
Yeah, I'm always happy to praise a fullback, Peter, as you know, and this guy's class.
What's especially good about him?
Well, I'd say it's mainly down to his fantastic athleticism. They don't call him the Colossus for nothing. He's got immense strength, pace, physicality, and he contributes so much in both attack and defence.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Looking to play him in. Yamal.
Decent attempt at, just a little mistimed.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he's quick to return it.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
He shifted it to the flank. Ribéry. Now it's Ribéry. He's picked his way through. And the shot! Goal! Manchester United! Simplicity itself.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. We were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And it's been hooked away. And it's Vitinha. And here's Baggio. Gnabry. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Vitinha! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. River Plate with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Ronaldinho goes short. Great chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. And this is Roberto Baggio. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. And here's Baggio. Gnabry. Van Nistelrooy. Taken back almost at once. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that is a little undercooked. That's going wide left. He's beaten the last man. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Howson gets it clear. Now it's Ronaldinho. That's put paid to the danger.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Not the most accurate pass. That's it, 45 minutes up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Manchester United leading by 1 at the break.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
It's Basho! And that's a good finish. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
River Plate clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to...
Bullish header! Goal! Manchester United! And again they hit the front. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Manchester United with the lead. Hasebe. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out. Oh, he's having a go! Great effort, but no way through. And it's Serginho. It's not an especially good pass, that.
River Plate really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Looking for options for movement.
Eto'o clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And he's intervened well there. Nice looking ball. Maicon gets across to intercept that. Kimmich. Roberto Baggio. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's there to get it away. And he's managed to get free. Yamal! It's anyone's ball now.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now. That's just playing it safe and simple.
The final 5 minutes. And he is dashing. Big chance! It's a goal! We thought they were done, but never say never. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Added minute has been
It just
indicated.
goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Hasebe. Serginho. Now it's Eto'o. It's a pretty loose pass. There will be 4 extra minutes. Yamal, he's got away. Chance, surely! Oh, that could be One sweep. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Manchester United have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Van Nistelrooy claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Chance in football.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Guardiola receives it in a good position here. Yamal. Yamal. Might be dangerous. It's goals! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. This looks promising, and he can thump it away. Pass is coming off in. He'll try from distance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Oh, played through for the wide man, and he's managed to get free. Shoots! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Still goalless at the moment. Scholes. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Here's Neymar! That was superb goalkeeping.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. The instantly recognisable golden locks of Pavel Nedved, Jim, a gem of a player, isn't he? So fiercely competitive and tenacious.
Yeah, probably the purest striker of a football I think I've ever seen. No one can hit it like him.
Yeah, and he has that visible will to win and a supreme technique. It's a pretty compelling package.
It really is. He has got the lot.
Brilliantly cut out. Rodri kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's a cute ball. Howson gets over and intercepts. Looking to play him in. Spread neatly. That is Snuta! And that has fair fizzed.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Pepe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. That is Snuta! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Serginho's cross. And he's there to belt it away.
Manchester United really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Neymar. Bellingham. And it's Ribéry. Rodri. And here's Yamal. Cafu. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That'll be a throw.
Well, the goalkeeper's a lucky boy there.
Looking for options for movement. Tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, what has happened here? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Bellingham. Neymar.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's shifting through the gears here.
There will be
Threads
one
one in.
at a time.
Can he get it through? Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Manchester United come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Nice looking ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he's straight offside. Nedved. That has not gone well. Manchester United still this single goal behind. There's the shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Serginho can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Some resolute defending there. Mateus. Spread out to the left. That's where it came from. Oh no, this does not look good. He's found a way through. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
And he's heaved it away.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
A probing pass. No luck with that dink over the top.
I think the message here is...
Goes for a shot! He's Massive strike. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
It's an old saying, but it's still as true as ever. The first guard's in the head, and look at the way he was so quick off the mark there.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 27, Serginho. Coming on to replace him is number 14, Yamal.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Cristiano Ronaldo. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Havertz! Good stop. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Manchester United were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Manchester United.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. Well, for me, Jim, this one was always going to be about just one man. Always has been, always will be.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, a guy seemingly unbound by normal human limits.
Nothing is impossible. Or perhaps it should be impossible as nothing.
Precisely. So to all that are with us, welcome to Zlatan. And this is Neymar. Van Nistelrooy! Pirlo. Chance here to counter. Now that looks a decent ball. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Yamal. Bruno Fernandes. Quarter of an hour played. And here's Eto'o. That's going wide left. Neymar. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Nice looking ball. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He might be in. It's Eto'o! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Bullish header! Off the post! No, just not quite.
Well, that face says it all. I think I'd feel the same way, not that I was ever an expert at finishing or anything like that.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. He's in a great position here. Well, they've got it back. Tries one from range! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Van Nistelrooy really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Neymar running with intent. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. It's a good spell of possession, this. Passes coming off in quick succession. Neymar! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Howson is there, and he can pick it up. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Yamal. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now, can they get him away?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the one to try. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just... Van Nistelrooy! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Pirlo powering forward here. He's played it back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Yamal was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. Manchester United have themselves a chance from the spot. So perhaps now the breakthrough. He scores for sure! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.